Hello everyone, welcome back to Healthy and Tasty Recipes. My today's recipe is made with red pumpkin. Since pumpkin was in the season, I thought to share with you this awesome recipe that we make in Maharashtra. It's called Bhopyache Gharge. It's very similar to the whole wheat puris that we regularly make. So let's not waste time and let's start with the recipe. Here I have red pumpkin which I have cut into cubes and I have added very little water to it and I'm going to cook it in microwave. You can also cook it in cooker or the stove. Make sure there is not too much water. You can see my pumpkin is cooked here, and now I'm going to take these pumpkin cubes and add it to the mixer and make it into a paste. We are not adding any extra water at this time. I'm just grinding the pumpkin that was cooked. After this puree is done, I'm going to add some jaggery to this mixture. I'm going to add about half cup or even less than half cup of jaggery to this 1 cup of puree. If you like or if you prefer more sweet, you can add more jaggery. I like my gharge to be less sweeter, so I add less. After we add the jaggery, I'm grinding it one more time, and this time it's going to get little more liquidy because the jaggery is going to melt with the puree. But that's okay because we are not going to add any water while making this dough. To make the dough, I'm going to add whole wheat flour about 1 cup. You can absolutely change the quantity of the ingredients while making the dough. About half cup of rice flour and about 2 tablespoons of semolina or suji or rava. And we are also going to add a little bit of cardamom powder and salt to taste. So now we are going to mix everything together and add this puree that we made earlier with the pumpkin and jaggery. We need to keep one thing in mind while making this dough, that there is no exact measurement of this puree and the flour mixture. You can absolutely add more flour, more rava or more rice flour if your dough is little loose, or you can reduce the amount of puree that we made. So it's absolutely up to you. We just need to make a firm dough, not too firm, not too loose. So now I'm going to slowly add the remaining puree, and I'm going to see if I need to add some more whole wheat flour or some more semolina. Adding semolina to the loose mixture is a good idea because semolina soaks up all the liquid. So semolina will help you bind a firm dough. My dough is ready here. It's nice and firm. That's exactly how I want it. And I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of ghee or clarified butter to this and rub it around the dough and let the dough rest for at least 10 minutes before we make the gharge. This dough has been resting for 10 minutes and we are ready to make gharge or puri. To this we are going to add some almond flour or almond powder as a stuffing. I purposely did not add almond flour into the dough because we are going to fry it and I don't want almond powder or flour to burn while frying. So we are going to add this almond flour as a stuffing. So I took one small ball and I'm going to roll it a little bit. And to this I'm going to add about a teaspoon, or it's up to you how much almond powder you want to add. And I'm going to close it something like this, like how we make parathas, and I'm going to roll it again into the shape of puri, into the round disc with the help of little bit of flour. I'm going to roll this into a thin puri or thin disc, but if you like your puris or gharge to be softer after they are fried, you can make it little thick. Before we fry them, I'm going to dust off the flour that we use for rolling with the help of paper towel, so that when we fry them, the flour won't burn. Make sure the oil is nice and hot when we fry this. And I'm going to fry only one puri at a time because my puris are quite big in size. My gharga puri is puffed up nicely. It's because of the right oil temperature. Now we are going to flip it and cook it on the other side, and we are going to fry it until it's golden brown. We have to remember that once we take these puris out of the oil, it will still be cooking, so the color of the puris will change a little bit after they are cooled down. Now this is going to be a little healthier version of our gharga puri, where we are not going to deep fry it. We are going to roast it on tawa or pan, and the same way we are going to put the stuffing in the middle of almond flour. You can totally skip almond flour if you don't like it, but almond flour gives a nice nutty taste to this, as well as makes it healthier. And we are going to roll it out. Make sure your pan or tawa is nice and hot. We are going to cook one side until we see the spots on it, little brown spots like this, and then we are going to flip it and cook the other side. And while cooking the other side, you will see that it's puffing up, and once it starts to puff, we are going to apply little ghee or oil, whatever you guys like. I'm going to use the oil here. Apply the oil or ghee on both the sides, and once you know it's perfectly ready, just take it out. It's perfectly cooked on both the sides and ready to take out. You can see the brown spots on it. You will see the brown spots because of the jaggery that we have added. Pumpkin ghargas are ready. They look nice and golden, and they are very yummy in taste. They are very low in sugar because they are not overly sweet. They can stay fresh up to 6 to 7 days at room temperature very easily, and stay even longer if you keep it in refrigerator for up to 15 days. So they are a great snack for any time, or even you can use it in your main meal and eat it along with any vegetable or pickle. I hope you like this recipe. If you like this recipe, please like and share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.